Maggie B and I am a junior at Arcadia University and I am a part of the women's volleyball team. Playing volleyball is really important to my life because it keeps me active and it keeps me healthy in a way, and I have a really fun reason to work out. So it's definitely helped me build confidence, and I also just love spreading my excitement about volleyball to the people around me and just showing everyone that I love the sport, and I think it's done me so amazing these past 12 years. The initial injury that happened was in September of 2023. I was passing a ball and I caught a little bit of air just because the ball was up here a little bit, and I turned my ankle in the air and I landed straight on the side of my ankle, and I tried to get back up, but my body was just no. I was in a lot of pain. If you've ever sprained something, it's you can't move it, it goes numb for a second. But went to the doctors, all of that fun stuff, did rehab, all of the things that I needed to do to get back on the court. And I still, after I was healed, I still noticed a lot of pain when I would go up and down stairs and stuff like that. So I was something really isn't right here. So I made an appointment with my doctor and I got an MRI, and the MRI came to the conclusion that I had 2 ligament tears, and I could either wait a year to get surgery or get surgery now, which obviously I chose to get surgery now, because waiting a year, I was just in too much pain, and it was really affecting my day-to-day life. So the surgery that I had was technically ligament reconstruction surgery, and they did an internal brace. So they took my ATFL and they folded it over itself to create a new ligament technically, so it's not as stretched out. And then my CFL, they stitched it up, and then they did an internal brace. I don't know exactly how they did it, but they basically just tightened my ligaments so I wasn't rolling and spraining my ankles like I always do. And the recovery is about 4 to 6 months, but I've had many complications with the surgery. I had my initial wound wasn't healing. It was good for a little bit. It scabbed over like any other wound should, and then it started opening and it started, trigger warning, it started oozing a little bit, and so they gave me antibiotics, which didn't target the specific infection that I had, so the antibiotics didn't work. And so then it started to heal a little bit, and then it really opened up and it was a big hole in my ankle. So I was like, all right, my body's telling me that I need to go back to the doctor. So I went back into the OR and have to be under general anesthesia because they had to clean out the wound and stitch it back up, just because they think I was allergic or sensitive to the dissolvable stitches that they originally gave me. So my body just wasn't, my wound was not closing, and it just kept getting worse, and there was just an open wound on my ankle. And so it was a staph infection, which happens to 1% to 3% of people who get, it's an SSI, a surgical staph infection. So it's rare, but of course I managed to get it. So I'm happy that I got help for it, because it could have, spread into my blood and caused sepsis. So I'm really grateful that my doctor took initiative and said, you have 2 options here. The best one would probably be surgical. And I was like, all right, if that is what it has to take. So it was a little annoying and upsetting, just because I felt like nothing was going right in the moment. But now that my ankle is doing a lot better and I can do a lot more movement, it's definitely upped my confidence.
Injuries in athletics are really difficult for anyone to deal with, physically, mentally. Maggie has been super dedicated in the process and kind of trusting those around her to get her better. And sometimes that can be really difficult, and just taking it one day at a time. She has still attended every single practice. She's at every lift. She's the positive voice that we hear on the sidelines. So we're fortunate to still have her in the gym with us. Here we go, girls. You got it. Even though right now she can't be on the court.
I'm very passionate about volleyball just because I love showing like younger girls that you can do anything, and I love just the community that volleyball has become.
She's dealt with a lot of adversity through injuries, so it's been wonderful to have her as an example for the other girls, as a positive mentor, someone who is exemplary in every area of the culture that we are looking for in recruits and, you know, our younger athletes on the team. Maggie has just been so pivotal in making our culture improve over the last 2 years. Come on, Josh, push through!
So I just really love the community behind it, and it just keeps me passionate, and it also just creates a safe space for me personally and also my teammates and everyone that usually plays volleyball. Since everything has happened, like with my ankle and having to go back in, I don't know when I'll be able to fully play. Hopefully by the end of June, early July. I'll definitely be ready by fall season, which will be unfortunately my last season. So it's affected a little bit, but it hasn't, like in the weight room I've been doing a lot of arms, upper body, core strength. So I've definitely just been working on my like strength of my upper body, because I obviously can't really do any lower body, but I'm starting to do squats like with no brace and no weights, so it's a start, and I'm happy with the progress I've made. I've definitely taken a couple steps back just because of everything going on with it, but I'm confident that I should be ready to go in the fall.